need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news.
Hi, hope everybody is well. Hold on, wait, I just realized. Okay. Again, hope everybody is well. Anyways, so in honor of fall and with spooky season around the corner, I figured we'd do something different. So it's still makeup, but how do I say this? So I'm gonna be doing my makeup while also sharing a scary story. Not like a story that's like happened to me, but like I searched up scary stories in my Google engine or search bar and just like found like the first thing or clicked on the first thing I saw, and here we are. All right. Keep in mind, I just like when I said scary stories, like I know some people like their first thought is like paranormal. Scary doesn't mean or does not always mean paranormal. It can also mean like a very scary experience or a situation for somebody. And that's actually what consists of most of the horror stories I watch on YouTube. But yeah, so this isn't like paranormal stories. Or at least most of them aren't. Anyways, this one is called The Walking Dead. Let's get into it. I'm a psychiatric nurse, and early in my career, I worked at a residential mental health facility. Okay, so we got Miss Ma'am working here in a mental health facility. Okay. One of our residents was an elective mute, which means that he couldn't, wouldn't talk, but there were no medical reasons as to why. I feel like, okay, side note, correct me if I'm wrong, or I don't know how, like, right or wrong I am, but wasn't Maya Angelou also mute at some point? Somebody let me know, please, because I'm pretty sure she was mute for a while, too. I don't know why I don't know. He had spoken earlier in his life and seemed quite normal back then, with the exception of being close to 7 feet tall. Does height come into play later? I'm assuming it does since they mentioned it. He'd been raised in the Deep South and joined the military when he was 19, but one night he vanished. That was great, I'm sorry. He was declared AWOL, and eventually he was declared missing and dead. Okay, hold on, where's the other brush? I'm moving on to the other eye. Alright, so we're just going to continue on with the story. 10 years later, a 7-foot tall man, freaking Jolly Green Giant, walked into a VA hospital emergency room in my part of the Midwest and said to the receptionist, "My name is Marion Duchenne." Not the real name. Okay, so they probably just like kept their name like, or they used a different name for privacy reasons. That makes sense. My name is Marion Duchenne. I'm assuming that's how you say it. And I've been dead for 10 years. What the fuck? My God, like dog, like what? Like that? Those are the last words he ever spoke. He was covered in dust and he was wearing the same clothes he'd been reported to be wearing the night he vanished. That's terrifying. His social security number had not been used and he had no identification on his person. However, they were able to identify him, I guess, via fingerprints. The family was notified, but they said they had already grieved their lost man and that whomever was claiming to be him simply could not be. They demanded not to be contacted again. Alright. Marion paced all day, every day, moving his mouth that looked like talking or muttering, but no sound came out. He had an unnerving habit of throwing his head back with his mouth wide open as if he were laughing heartily, but not a breath could be heard. If I talked to him, he appeared to listen, periodically throwing his head back in that laughter mimicking way of his. Various medications were tried, but they did not affect him either positively or negatively. I mean, never mind. Occupational therapy did nothing because Marion would just grin, and unless told to stay put, he'd get up and start pacing again. I'm gonna say this. But you don't want to know the most frightening thing of all to me is when someone is grinning or smiling at you, but it's not like your average like happy grin. It's like a very like malicious, sadistic grin, and it's just from ear to ear. So think like Joker. That is the most frightening and the most freaking disturbing thing you will ever come across. Like I can't. Okay. On my last day at that job, the last thing I saw was Marion pacing in the parking lot. Where the hell did I? Oh, it's right here. Pacing in the parking lot, throwing his head back to laugh. I put air quotes because she put quotes around laugh. Later, I wondered if all along I'd been dealing with a ghost. All these years later, I still don't know. Okay, so there's The Walking Dead. Okay, and we're back. I heard ringing. I'm sorry. Me like. God. Excuse me. Sorry. Wonder how many times I freaking sneezed in this goddamn video. Anyways, we're back, and this is her. Wait, let me. No, this is a sleigh. Especially with the lipstick. Yeah, sleigh. Anyways, okay, so this is like a closing thoughts. So as I mentioned, like you got there was this lady who was working as a what'd she say? I don't even remember what the hell. This psychiatric nurse who worked at a residential mental health facility. And there's this guy who was mute. Got drafted into the or no, he joined the my god, can I not talk? What the hell? And joined the military when he was 19 and then just poof up and vanished. 10 years later, that's the part I forgot to mention. 10 years later, that same man that just poof up and vanished, just vanished into thin air, walks in the the VA hospital emergency room in her part of the Midwest and told the receptionist, "My name is Marion and I've been dead for 10 years." So, that, right? Those are the last words he spoke. Then you got his appearance. He was... My god, I really cannot English. When do I ever? Anyways, he was covered in dust and basically wearing the exact same clothes that he wore the night before, or the night that he vanished. And, like, they couldn't identify him at first, but then they eventually did, I guess, not I guess, but they were able to identify him through fingerprints. The family reached out to them, or no, the family was notified, but they were like, this had, like, this is not the same person that they agreed over, like, this is somebody else claiming to be him, and they don't want to be contacted again. And honestly, they should have, look, I see where they were going with this, but it's just like, it's been 10 years. You know what I mean? Now, oh my god, like, I just, like, I'm not saying that this story is, like, giving me chills, but it's disturbing to think about. Because, first of all, not only do you have somebody who freaking vanished 10 years ago come back to the receptionist and be like, "My name is such and such and I've been dead for this long." How would you react? Especially because, first of all, it's already scary that you're coming back and, like, telling me this. And second of all, it's scary, or it's even scarier that it's been, like, this much time has passed. Like, that, like, yeah, that, no. He would pace around all day. He would move his mouth, but there's, like, no sound coming out whatsoever. And this was the most unnerving habit, well, according to her. Would throw his head back with his mouth wide open into a grin
So it seemed like he's laughing, but there's no sound coming out. Again, like I've said so many goddamn times, that would freak me the fuck out. That would make me clock out and never, like, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, bro. Or however that works in the, I don't know how that works, but you don't have to worry. Nope, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. Nope. Mm-mm. That was just, yeah. Medications, yeah. So then at the end, you have this lady or this person who submitted her story. It was just like wondering if she's dealing with a ghost. And honestly, we don't know what the hell she was dealing with. I mean, honestly, anyways, but it's like you've got when okay, again, when the question is raised, like, what do you believe in? It's like, honestly, I don't know what the hell to believe anymore. Like, there's just so much shit going on, and it's like, I mean, aliens exist. I mean, who's to say? Look, man, if aliens exist, there's probably millions of other things out there that also exist, and we just don't know about it. That's all I gotta say. All right, and that concludes the video. I know this was like very all over the place, but then again, which videos of mine aren't? But I just wanted to try something a little different, and I'm glad I did. And I honestly had fun making this and whatnot, despite the fact that it was like very all over the place and just, But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. If not, that's okay. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a beautiful, safe weekend. And remember, make good choices. Hasta luego, losers.